So, my mom had the worst Mother's Day ever. Story time. Not this Mother's Day, but back in 2017. So 3 years ago on Mother's Day, I decided to wake up super early. I went to the store to get some breakfast stuff to make for her, got her some flowers, candies, all that good stuff. I get back home and I make breakfast. After I'm done making breakfast, I decide to go into my sister's room and wake her up. Because every Mother's Day, we used to wake up our mom, saying Happy Mother's Day, give her gifts, and then give her breakfast. Well, this year was just a little different. So when I woke up my older sister to come with me and wish our mama a Happy Mother's Day, she had the worst attitude ever. She was like, why are you walking in my room? Why the fuck are you waking me up this early in the morning? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you do know that it's Mother's Day, right? And she was like, I don't give a fuck, bro. So I just left her room and I woke up my mom by myself with my little sister because I was like, I am not dealing with it. After I gave my mom her gift, we all went into the living room and watched TV. 2 hours later, my sister finally comes out and all hell broke loose. My mom had the worst Mother's Day ever. Story time. Part 2. So I made my mom breakfast, tried to wake my older sister up, but she was being a bitch, so I woke her up by myself with my little sister. After I gave my mom her gift and ate breakfast, we decided to go in the living room and watch TV. So we're all peacefully watching TV. So far, today is going good. Then my older sister waltzes in with an attitude. She walks into the living room, stands in front of the TV, and starts yelling at all of us. I think she was mad because we did everything without her, but she was being rude, so that's what she gets. Anyways, she's yelling at us. And she looks to my mom and she's like, Mom, Mackenzie's being a fucking bitch this morning. She tried to wake me up hella early in the morning trying to force me to do things. Like, excuse you, what was I forcing you to do? Say Happy Mother's Day? Like, my bad. And I look at her and I'm like, are you fucking joking? Like, why are you yelling about this? Then she turns to me and she yells at me. And I roll my eyes and I just start laughing at her because I was like, this is ridiculous. That made her a little mad. Then this bitch swings at me. My mom had the worst Mother's Day ever. Story time. Part 3. So we're all chilling in the living room having a grand time. Then my sister, the devil herself, walks in and ruins the whole day. She's yelling at my mom because I tried waking her up in the morning. Then she starts yelling at me and I'm like, are you really getting mad about this? And then I laugh. She got pissed off because I laughed. And she swings at me, bitch. She swings. But I saw it coming because she was walking to me with her fist up like. So as she swings, I move over. And that swing made her lose her balance kind of. So I grab her hands and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And as I'm grabbing her hand, she's still trying to swing at me. So I don't know what I did. I'm pretty sure I hit her. But I knocked her to the ground. And I'm sitting on top of her and I'm like, Katie, calm down. What are you doing? Why are you trying to fight? And she's like, let me the fuck go right now. Let me go. Whole time my mom's in the background like, oh my god, oh my god. My stepdad wasn't up at the time, but after that fight he woke up and he separates us. Long story short, we both get grounded. Fuck that bitch. Something so disgusting happened to me and my cheer team. Story time. So on my last year of cheer, I thought it was gonna be amazing, but oh, was I so wrong. See, the cheer team last year was just so much better, so it gave me high expectations. And no, I don't mean the athletes, I meant the coaching was so much better. We had a cheer coach, a tumbling coach, and a workout instructor the previous year of cheer. But on my last year of cheer, the cheer coach decided to dip. And so our tumbling coach decided to be our regular coach that year. And that's when everything went downhill. For the sake of this video, I'm going to refer to this gross man as Dirty Dan. Because he was a dirty motherfucker. First things first, he had some dirty ass teeth. Shit was rotten as hell, black and green. He had hot ass breath. Don't even get me started about this man's BO. It should be illegal to smell like that. On top of it, he was always sweating. Always. And that's not even the worst part. When Dirty Dan used to help us tumble, his peen used to go up, 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 uppity. Something so disgusting happened to me and my cheer team. Story time. Part 2. So in the last part, I told you guys how my tumbling coach became our cheer coach, aka Dirty Dan. There was so much wrong with Dirty Dan. First off, his breath was hotter than the month of July. His teeth were so rotten they was turning green. And this fool was always sweating. He was really looking like he just ran a 5K. But the worst part is that his eggplant would go up, 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 uppity every single time he helped us tumble. Mind you, we're 16 years old at this time. Chair, but make it electric. Bars, but with him behind it. Anyways, we told our principal about this. I literally wrote a 2-page essay to my principal about his boners. And I wasn't the only one. But you know what our principal said to us after we told her? She literally told us, I don't want to talk about this because it makes me uncomfortable. Like, bitch, how do you think we feel? Anyways, that year ended really badly and half the cheer team quit. He belongs to the streets and behind bars. I went to this crazy party. Story time. Hold up, before y'all come for me, this was last year, so don't try me with that coronavirus. Don't worry, your girl has been social distancing. So me and my boyfriend went to this party. This bitch was fat as fuck. Keep in mind, it was a 2-story house, and there were hella heads upstairs and downstairs. So everyone's there having a good time, vibing with each other, chilling, not worried about the coronavirus or hornets or any of the other bad shit that happened this year. So everyone's just chilling. And then all of a sudden, a fight broke loose. And I was just sitting there like, oh, hell no. So me and my boyfriend just went upstairs and we were chilling up there. On the balcony specifically, keep that in mind. So a little bit after that happened, the cops show up. And of course, everyone starts freaking out. Cops, cops, everyone hide. Some people ran, some people hid. But a lot of people went upstairs. Now this is where the story gets interesting. There were hella people upstairs, like too much. Remember how me and my boyfriend were all on the balcony? Well, it started creaking. Making part 2 right now, it gets so crazy. I went to this crazy party. Story time. Part 2. So I told y'all this party was fat as fuck. Everybody was having a good time. We were all chilling and vibing until someone had to start a fight. Then I said, oh, hell nah, and dipped my ass upstairs. A little bit after the fight, cops showed up. And obviously people freaked out and they're like, oh my god, cops. Then hella people decided to go upstairs. So me and my boyfriend were just chilling on the balcony. And then there were obviously other people there too. And then all of a sudden, it starts making this creaky noise. I didn't think much of it, but my boyfriend got freaked. And he was like, honestly, I have a weird feeling, like, let's just go back inside. So I was like, all right, bet, let's go inside. We go inside, and not even 5 minutes later, the balcony collapses. It collapses. This bitch really said, poof. After that, I was like, oh, hell no, I'm leaving this bitch. So me and my boyfriend leave the party. As we're walking, all you see is red and blue light. And the kid that threw the party was screaming, oh my god, I'm gonna go to jail. Which he didn't. Supposedly no one got hurt, but there was a rumor that a girl broke her leg, so who knows? I will never understand the people that call me mean for calling them out on their shit. Like, if you say something and I find it disrespectful, best believe I'm gonna ask you about it. Best believe I'm gonna talk about it. Just because not everybody does, doesn't mean that someone won't. I'm sorry that I'm a real ass bitch and you can't handle that. For example, the other day I was having a conversation with someone and she called me pretty. However, the way she said it was really fucked up. She had the audacity to say, oh, you're the prettiest one out of your sisters. Bitch, is that supposed to be a compliment? You gotta tear someone down to bring me up? My sisters at that? Bitch, there's the door. Please don't let it hit you on the way out. So I said, hold up, what do you mean by that? I don't understand. What do you mean I'm the prettiest? And she's like, oh, no, I'm not saying they're ugly. I'm just saying you're the prettier one. And I cut her off. I said, bitch, do you realize how disrespectful that is? Those are my sisters. That is my flesh and blood. Even if they weren't, you sound fucked up for saying that. And I was like, that's like me saying, oh, you're pretty, but I'm prettier. You see how that's a little rude? And then she called me mean. I almost died yesterday. Story time. So me and my boyfriend were at the park shooting some hoops. And then all of a sudden, his friend pulled up. And he was trying to get in the game. And I was like, you don't want the smoke. Like, I'm king of the court. I will dunk on you left and right. So I just stopped playing because, you know, it wouldn't have been a fair game. Anyways, they finished their game or whatever. And then we're all just having a regular conversation. As we're walking to our cars, I noticed his friend's car. And I was like, shit, I was about to buy that car last year before I got my handy dandy Honda. And then he was like, it's a stick, so I don't think you could drive it. And I was like, I know, that's why I didn't buy the car. Your girl cannot drive a stick. So he offered to show me how to drive a stick. And I was like, you know what, if you think you could teach me, sure. So we all get in the car, and right off the bat, he starts zooming. Keep in mind, I was in the passenger seat watching what he was doing because he was teaching me. Then he got this bright idea to have me shift the car, and my dumb ass agreed with it. While I was shifting, we heard a fat ass boom, and I thought I fucked his car up. Turns out, we hit a fucking deer. I thought that deer was done. Bitch, he survived. I'm a survivor, I'm no